Okay, welcome back guys. So let's start by texturing the shirt. So I have this reference image here that I'm going to be using for texturing the shirts. So let's go to the shirts and then we'll isolate that. So click on the shirts, select the shirts, click on isolate that. So now yeah, when the shirts, we go to layers now. So let's start by bringing in a material for the shirt. So I'll just come in here into materials and type fabric. So I'll look for something nice to bring in. We don't want jean texture. Fabric base should be fine. So let's start with fabric base. So I'll plug this in. So I have something like this. Then what we will do is to go to this texture sets, put this at 4K so I can derive more details out of this. And then you can see the pattern is not aligning properly. So let's start with adjusting the rotation for this. So I'm gonna push this down like so, should be fine. Let me do 60. Yeah, this is fine. Yes. Now this is the reason why you need to have your UVs aligned properly. The same way it was aligned in Marvelous Designer. So when you bring in a pattern, it kind of makes the job easier for you because everything will just align properly as it should. So starting with this now, I want to darken this material. So let's use the color from this. Let's use the color from this. Let me pick that correctly. Yes, something around here. So then we'll tie this. Let's tie this. Let's style this some more. Let's style. Okay, before we tie this some more, let's work with go under technical properties. The normal intensity. Let's crank up the normal intensity and the height range. If it's too much, okay, around there should be fine. Then we'll go and change the scale. Let's start with 30. Let's start with 30. So you can see the fine detail picking out, which is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we need. So let me crank up the details a bit more. Let's see. Yeah, great. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. The UVs came out well. It's fine. Though I'm still going to be changing this up a bit more around the color. But for now, this is fine for now. Then let's see. So texture. I'll duplicate this texture. I think maybe there's okay. Yeah, there's a way to turn that off. So I'll duplicate this texture. Let me name this fabric dark dark blue. So try to name things so you can easily navigate through them. Fabric dark. If I just darken this up a bit, so I'll just pull this down some more. Around here should be fine. Okay. So I'll duplicate this and I'll name this. Let's turn up the height map on that first. Turn up the height map on that. Now, okay, I think the reason why our normal map is not working effectively here because the normal map is really turned off. So let's say, so let me turn this on. Let's see what that does. Doesn't do so much, okay? Doesn't do so much, but let's leave it the way it is. Come here. This item already turned off here, so I'm going to change this color to somewhere around not so white. Because there's no such thing as having a fully white colored shirt. So I'm keeping in mind the light information also, because if I have something too white in here and then you have a bright light around the model, around this shirt model, to kind of blow out the that white. It becomes too bright, so I don't want that. So I'm using like kind of like a grayish tone, almost like a grayish tone, close to white also, but grayish tone for the most part. Then what we will do is this. I'm going to we are going to click. Let me rename this to white. So I'll start by creating a black mask for this, and I'll add a fill layer in there. So on that fill layer, I'm going to be using a strip. Please don't type in stripper. Just type in strip. Dirty minds. So let's type in strips. So yeah, this is what I need, but not exactly how I need it. So let's do some corrections on this. Let's start with the rotation. Let's try something around 35. Nope. 40. Almost. 45. Perfect. But almost too perfect. It's almost too perfect. Now, right out of the bat, we're having something really cool already to work with. Having something already cool, something cool to work with. So, but we're going to exclude. We need to exclude this on. We need to exclude this on the color. We need to exclude that out of the color. So we're going to do. I don't know if this will work, but let's try. If it doesn't work, let's try something else. Don't worry, I got you guys. We're going to make this work regardless. So I'll go to. I have no idea what the name of this is. Okay, polygon film. Polygon film. Now I know the name. Great. So we need to exclude the UVs for this color. So let's exclude that. So we want to be on not polygon but UV chunk. Yeah, I got that right. UV chunk fill. So drag this to black. Drag this to black. So maybe we should do this now. 2D view. So that'll give us a better angle on the 2D view. So I believe it should be all of this. It should be all of this. So I'll just drag a selection around this. Now it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. So I guess we'll just do this the other. We'll just look for another solution for this. So the solution for this is to put this in a group. Control G to put this in a group, and then we add a white mark on that group instead. Then this should work correctly now. Yes, working correctly now. So we're just going to slide all of this out. I think there's one more guy still missing out. Yes, this guy down here. Yes, awesome. Awesome. So this is exactly what we need. So I'm going to go back and put this on 3D view. Put some 3D view, but we still need to make some corrections on this part here. See some corrections we need to make. But for the most part, this is exactly close to exactly what we need, I believe. So yeah, you can either leave this like this or come to the strip and make some adjustment to this. So strip pattern. So we can set to have more strip width. We can set to have something like so. Let's change the number. Let's use, though I love the way it is actually. But let's try 15. Let's try 15. Let's see how that looks on 15. Uh, Slow PC. Okay, so let's type in 15 in here. And I just forgot something very important. We ought to save this file. Adding 15 here kind of changed this a bit. It messed up the rotation. Don't know why it messed up our rotation. So let's try to fix that. Let's put in 14 here. Yes, 35 should do the trick. Yes, 45 did the trick. So something like this looks cool. Yeah, yeah, something like this is cool. So I love how it's kind of faded out at the edge, kind of, which is actually cool also. So yeah, though we can fix that blurriness also. We can always fix that blurriness because we have this softness here. Let's see, it should be the softness. You can soften that some more without make it look so soft. I think like this should be fine. I don't want to blow out the edge too much. So like this is fine. Like this is actually fine. All right. So now let's work on this color. I think here we need to work on this color. So we would I think for this also let's add a white max. Yes. And we would exclude polygon fill. We would exclude this color. So I'll go in here to the, so it should be, yes, it's already on black. So let's exclude this color again. Exclude that. We have one here also. Yes. So we're going to be using a different material for that. Almost like a wool kind of material. So we have the fabric knit we have the fabric knitted sweater. Yes, I think this should work. Let me see. Let me look for something. Let me see if we have something else that's close enough. Scarf wool. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I think we'll just alternate between this scarf wool and the fabric knitted sweater. So let's start with the scarf wool. Let's start with the scarf wool. So I'll just drag this and put this on top. Okay. So we'll do. Let's see how let me turn off all of this first so I don't get confused. Turn all of those off. Let's see how the normal map and height map works. Okay, so let me put this around 10. Yeah, I think this will work. This will work just fine for the colors. So let's do first of all let's change the color. Let's change the color of this. Before change the color of this, just hit C on the keyboard. So hit C on the keyboard. Let's bring out this. Okay, fill this is black first. Let's fill this is black. So hit C on the keyboard. Yeah. So this is the color map I need. Because this is just pure albedo with no shadow information. So to make it easier for me to pick the exact same color from this. So I'll go back in here and I'll pick the exact same color. Okay. And I'll hit M on the keyboard to go back in here. Then I will turn this on. Then what I will do is to click on this. The color is not updating here, but no worries. Let's now go to so 2D and 3D view. Click on the max, click on polygon fill, still on fill UV chunk. So we need to slide this all the way to white because we want to kind of apply them. So drag this on those color model, on the color UVs rather. Drag this. Okay, one more. Drag this in here also. So now let's see what we have. Let me just go out of this view and go out of this view. So now obviously we need to, yes, we want to save. We want to save. Thanks for the reminder of substance painter. So now we really ought to save before we lose everything we've done. Okay, so guys, let's save, please. Let's save. So click save. Control S, and I'll just save this ready file. So girl, I really don't have a name for her yet. So let's just name this girl. I got the image from Pinterest. So let's just name this girl Pinterest. Hope I'm spelling that correctly. If not, who cares? So save. Uh, okay. So it's doing its thing. So let's just allow this kind of save through. We'll just let this save through. So it's done saving. So now let's play with the tiling for this scaffold. Let me just go all the way to 30. 30 seems fine though. 30 seems fine. Feels like this color is too dark. Let me zero this out first. Let me see what happens. And zero that out. Yeah, yeah. This is the color we need. So that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. I think the range is too intense. Let me take that down. I don't seem to see any change, any drastic change. Okay. I think the height range needs to come down a bit more. Okay, alright. But from a far view, this looks good from a distance. Yes, this looks good from a distance. Let me just take this up a notch. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so there you have it. We officially made the shirts. Understand, it seems way too simple, like in how many minutes we're done. Though though we can still make this look more interesting actually. We can still make this look more interesting by adding some little grain of depth which is not completely necessary, but let me just add it regardless. So I'm going to create a new fill layer for this. Create a new fill layer, and then I'll use let me see these details on the shirts. Let's see what we have here. Let's start with some dark brownish spots. They'll not be too obvious to see, but we'll just kind of break up the surface for us a bit. So let me darken this some more. So roughness all the way up, obviously, roughness all the way up. Then let me name this. Yeah, look, scaffold works fine. It gives me gives an idea of where I place that. So let me just name this to details, spot details, more like spot details, detail spots, anyone. So I'm going to add a fill on this. So nope, black marks first. Then what the fill on that black marks. Then we'll try. Ish, why is it so dark? Why is it so dark in here? Black marks. Yes, need black marks. Oh, yeah. I didn't feel the fill has a color in here, so that's why there's a change. So but we're going to use a material to drive this. So let's try cell noise. Hmm, yes. No, 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 no. Need something. Let me type in noise. Let's see what we have here. Or maybe I should type in looking for something that will work. Let's try this. Let's see what this gives us. Whoa. Yeah, this is good, but we need to make some corrections to this. Let's start by adding a filter. Okay, levels. Let's try to start by adding levels adjustment to this. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I think we can see. Yes, 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 yes. So you can see, guys. You can see how this detail is going to actually break up the surface some more and give us some more interesting look. You can see, though, if we crank this up like so, we don't want too much of that in there. Then if we go to the balance, let's see, too much. We go to the balance and try to reduce that. We don't need something that kind of breaks up the surface. Something like this should work. Let's see how that looks in a material view. So maybe the no, that's fine. So maybe the white, for the white. It should be the white now. Yeah, this is the white. Let me name this white. Let me name this white. Let me name this. So let's make this white a bit whiter. Okay. I don't want something too white that blinds the eye. So while we're here, let's kind of try different light setup for this. Let's see how this works in a different light setup. Let's start with the studio lights. Let's try this single light. Let's see how this works under this single light. Now the white is killing me. White is killing me. So obviously we just have to tune this down some more. Yeah. Oh yes, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We already have something breaking up the surface already, which is kind of exactly what we need. Though I'm looking for an actual, there's an actual noise I need, but I can't seem to remember the name. I cannot seem to remember the name. Let's see if we can do a hunt for this. Let's see if we can do a hunt for this. Should be under our procedural textures. It's a material that looks more like fibers. Is it 4? That 4 looks messed up. Yeah. Is this sports? Is sports? Is sports? So is this sports? Yeah, that's the material. It's Gaussian spot. So we can do a variation for this. So we can just duplicate this. I'll delete that labels. I'll come in here. Now I'll just drag this spot in here. Yes, right out of the bat, we have something that we don't need. That is just way too much. So we need to let's start by increasing the noise scale here. Let's go with 10. Yes, this is good. But let's change the color up a bit so we don't have colors that look the same. Dirt particles. Let me make it look like more like dirt particles. Nope, this is too aggressive. Something very close to black. Something around this should be fine. Yeah, I can see how it breaks up the surface a bit more. But obviously, we still need to. Let me see. Let's go with 10 in here also. Let's see what we have. Now that kind of takes that out completely. Let's use something around 5. 5. I'm losing the details. Yeah, 3 should be just fine, I guess. Let's hit C on the keyboard. Let's come in here. Let's see what we have. Okay. I think we can live with this, but let's add a levels adjustment to this. Let's turn the other one below it off for now, and let's play with this setting. Let's see what we can create in here. So intense. I think we need a larger scale on this. A larger scale should be fine. And I can adjust the levels for this. I don't want this to be extremely obvious, but I still want it to be there. From far is not too obvious, but when you kind of come close, you kind of see the beauty of that mixed with the previous one that was in there. Yes, yes, I love this. So yeah, so that's basically it. We're not creating a really dirty shirt look, so we just have to leave this as it is and not go too crazy on this. So let's just do okay. Let's change the environment light something else. Yeah. This looks good. So if we should introduce some shadowing in here, let's introduce some shadows. So this feels too intense, average, kind of dial this down. So you can see how nice this looks from an angle. This is quite good, not bad. This is quite good. All right. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. So I'll see you in the next lesson.